Hi again, YouTubers. So this is a review on the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara. This is what the packaging looks like. And one thing I will say I'm very glad about is that they did not put the name in like dark lettering. I like that it's just embossed in through here and it's very subdued, because if you're out and about, you don't really want that name kind of jumping out at you and being like somebody looking at your container and being like, what? So when I first got this mascara, I got this because I had heard from Jessica, who owns and runs Beauty Zine, which is an online magazine, that this was the thing to try. And I picked it up with the Sephora VIB sale. And that was back in October, I think, sometime. And to give you a little bit of an idea of how much I love this mascara, I have not used a different mascara since then. So 4 months, and I have only used this. And I have purchased a second one to keep in my gym bag, and I love it. It is the best mascara I have ever tried, and it's so great. The packaging itself is very, it's kind of like a metal. It's fairly heavy. It's good and substantial. The brush, I will show you a close-up, is a little bit strange. It kind of has that dip in the middle, which some people like or don't like. It's not a really drastic dip, though. The product is very black. It is a little bit of a thick product. It goes on a little wet, but not as wet as some products, but it is definitely not dry either. It is made to be able to do in layers. I today have on 2 layers, which is my favorite way of doing it. I find that that gives me the best results. Now keep in mind, I do use Latisse, so my lashes are long and full already, but I have loved this mascara since the day I got it. It does not have a scent to it, which some mascaras do, Lancome being one of them, which was the line that I always used before I tried this, and I hope they continue to sell this because I love this. It is my holy grail mascara. Now, I have tried other Too Faced mascaras, and I have not found that I have ever liked any of them. So I was a little skeptical when I first got it, but something about the way you can build it up so easily, and it just gives you such fullness, but it also defines your lashes. So it helps to lengthen and define them, but also gives you really nice fullness to it, which I tend to find I use a mascara, it's either one or the other. It's either lengthening or defining and volumizing. It's not really all of them together. And I remember back a couple of years ago, I used to use 2 Bare Minerals mascaras, one of them to lengthen and separate, and the other one to give volume, which that's kind of crazy if you think about it. And for years I used the Lancome Sills Booster and then a Lancome mascara, which again, it gets pricey, and those are more than $30 range of mascara. With this is all I need, and it gives me the most beautiful results. You can do 1 coat and it's very simple and light and flirty, and then you can do 2 coats, which is a little bit more dramatic. 3 coats for me tends to have a little bit of that spidery look to it, which I don't personally like, but to each their own. But 2 coats of this, and it is just, I am in love with it. I also sent a sample size one I had recently to Kristen Game, and I guess she was on Skype with someone, another YouTuber, who watched her put it on, and both of them were like amazed by this. So I think that stands up that I'm not the only one that kind of loves this. I have not personally had anyone on any of my videos comment to me that they've tried it and didn't like it. So if you don't like it, can you please comment below and let me know why? But this stuff to me is just the best mascara out there on the market, and you can purchase it at either Sephora or at Ulta. And it's fairly easy to get a hold of. Let me give you my information on these. Pigmentation on this is 5 out of 5. This is a true black mascara. It is fairly matte looking once you get it on. It doesn't have that wet look once you get it on, but as you're applying it, it definitely does. It has amazing black pigmentation to it. Texture is the only thing that's a little difficult on me. It's probably a 4.5, 5, because to me, if you add that 3rd coat, the texture kind of goes kind of funky and gets a little bit spidery looking, but that's just, again, my choice. Longevity. Now here's a key. This stuff stays on me all day. It doesn't cause any transfer up on the top of my lid or any flaking down on my cheekbones, which is awesome, awesome, awesome. It's amazing. I'm so just in love with it for that, because most mascaras transfer on me because my lashes touch, or I end up with little flakes underneath halfway through the day, and I hate that. So longevity for me is a 5 out of 5. Application, now I think this is going to depend on the person. I will say in the beginning, it took me like 2 or 3 times of trying this to really figure out how to apply it correctly and how to get it at the base of my lashes and work my way up exactly how I wanted it to be. And I mean, I don't know. It's something about this wand took a little bit to get used to, and it's that dip in the middle, I think. But once you figure it out, the results are so worth it. It's awesome. So application, let's say it's a 4 out of 5 because it does take a little bit to get used to. Packaging, I personally really like the packaging. I like the light pink color. I like, again, as I said, that the writing is not super noticeable. So when I'm at the gym, it's not having sex written on it. Just not appropriate for everyone around you. And it's kind of a heavy metal like packaging. It's easy to find. It's just really, really well made. 5 out of 5. Price for me is fine. It's a 4, 4.5 out of 5. Because it's $23 at Sephora or Ulta. Again, I will put links below for that. $23 isn't horrible. It isn't a $30, $35, $40 mascara, but it's not a $10 or $15 mascara from the drugstore. But the other side is if you've always used drugstore and you wanted to try something at Sephora, this would be a good one to get into trying because it's not a huge jump. You're not doubling your price. You're only going up to $23. So I don't know. I think it's worth trying. Product overall, this to me is holy grail. Love it. Hope they don't ever discontinue it. It is by far my favorite mascara ever. Like any other mascaras I've ever tried, I've always kind of still gone back to another or played around with others. I haven't touched a different mascara since I tried this the first time. And that says a lot for me personally because makeup junkies have tons of these things. So I have not touched another mascara since then. So that is my thoughts on the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara. Please let me know if you have any other questions, and thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.